everyone, welcome back to Ayumilove channel for another Awaken Chaos Era content. In this video, I'll be going over floor 71 up to floor 80 in Void Tower Heart using two strategies which are Speed Nuke team and a tank team. If you would like to see my walkthrough on my previous Void Tower Heart floors, do check out my YouTube channel as I have it covered there. Before I begin the video, I would like to thank everyone for participating in the poll where I asked about whether it would be good to have some background music in my videos, so it doesn't feel hollow while I'm not speaking into the mic. 60% of the votes voted for background music, while 21% voted without music, and the remaining votes are okay with either sides. Based from these results, I thought about it and decided to go with the majority vote here to apply some background music, and let's see how it works out. I subscribed to Atlas.io music plan so I could try out some of their awesome music there. If you like the music you listen here and would like to use it in your own video content, I have prepared an affiliate link below in the video descriptions to refer you to their platform to get 2 months free on the subscription plan. Alright, without further ado, let's get the video started. For floor 71, we have Marian, Corner, I think it's Vught, the other one is Tuzago. These heroes does not pose any threat to your team. They basically are elite heroes. The only thing that we should be concerned here would be Marian, since she has the ability to apply the a buff that prevents her allies from taking damage during their turn. The damage is only taken after the buff is ended. And during the period also, they will take a reduced amount of damage. So for the first wave, we encounter the frogmen, which are quite easy to take down. You can use AoE attackers. And for the second wave, we'll use the same strategy, which is to use wind strikes to buff up everyone with the attack stats and speed up stats. Then use Luna Melissa to apply the defense down, to weaken them, and then crowd control them with Taunt. Next is to use a Rage Aura on your attacker. For mine is a Valeria before nuking them down. This will amplify the damage since it boosts up the attack stats. And finally, we have a Nathalia here to perform the second AoE nuke. So I think there's one more enemy left on the battlefield. So we will just like stun the person. Alright, I think the enemy is quite weakened now. So floor 71 is an easy floor. You can use either Speed Nuke team or a tank team. For floor 72, we have Lordrec, Valeria, Imogen, and Rourke. The difficult part of Rourke is he has an incredible trait which allows him to heal each time he gains a valid hit. So that's the reason why I have Hulens in my team, to prevent him from healing himself. I use Lordrec to try something different in my team, because whenever the enemies perform an attack such as like a AoE nuke attack or a joint attack, after they have this 7 Heavenly Blessing, they'll be able to constantly stun my heroes. And the good thing about Lordrec is he has the ability, or a passive ability I think, not sure is it passive or a trait, which allows him to recover from the crowd control only for one time within that round to counter attack using his ultimate ability. This makes him quite a useful hero for this Void Tower Heart rotation. And now we are on the first wave. The first wave is some jellyfish as well an orc. So this wave is quite easy to take down. So during this time you can use Heckrin to charge up his ultimate ability, so you can increase the max health of your heroes at least to 30%. Alright, so we are closing in with the jellyfish here. Left one more jellyfish. And Lordrec has taken the the jellyfish down. And we are now on wave 2. So on wave 2 they also have a Lordrec. So if you plan to use a speed nuke team such as Luna Melissa, the enemy Lordrec can easily remove that taunt. And you will have some difficulty dealing with the blue lizard guy, the Rourke, since he can keep on healing. And if you do not deal sufficient damage to him, he might be a problem at the end of the battle. When Valeria, Imogen or Lordrec has been down, the last man standing will be there to survive. Right now it's Lordrec versus Lordrec. I think the enemies now have 7 heavenly blessing now. Wait, 7? No, 3 more. So they need another 4 more rounds to gain the 7 heavenly blessing. So I can show you how Lordrec works here whenever he gets stunned. So this battle using a tank team will take some time for it to work out itself, especially against enemy teams that do not have any healer here. So I'm hoping that my Lordrec will be able to survive the bleeding effects applied from the enemy Rourke, the lizard guy. And all of the heroes here in my team are geared in revival set, so that's why you do not see any you can see my heroes are able to tank the damage. Luckily, Blackhorn comes in with the heal to save a Lordrec from the low health. Now, I think the enemies now already has 6 heavily blessing stacks. Alright, so as you see, my Lordrec counter attacks with his ultimate ability whenever he gets stunned. So this is the key in my team. I will rely on the enemy's stun to keep on proccing my Lordrec ultimate ability to nuke them down quickly. I think you can also use one of the epic heroes such as the Lightwing Zachary, but I've already tested him in this floor. He doesn't work out that well since his damage output is quite low when attacking an enemy. So I prefer Lordrec since he deals AoE damage to all enemies as well as dealing a true damage, which makes the run much more faster than Lightwing Zachary. So we have left with 2 enemies in the battle. Right now, Hulens comes in with his role to apply the unhealable to the lizard guy. So now he can't heal himself. Alright, it will take a few more hits to get the lizard guy down. I'm not sure, is it called lizard or a dragon? Is he a dragon? Because he's from the Dragon Scale Marsh. Alright, so this floor is cleared. Let's see our rewards. So this is the amount of damage dealt by Lordrec and the damage taken. The enemies target him because I think he has the lowest health in my team. Alright, we are on floor 73. We have Blackhorn, Carl, Charles, and Celine. All water element heroes. So for this stage, I think maybe I'll use back the same team, just that I'll switch out Blackhorn with Charles to do more damage to the enemies. And I find it weird that the background has changed. I'm not sure, is it based on the time zone, whether it's night time or morning time. So as usual, first wave will be a quite simple run. We just need to charge up Charles' rage counter to gain additional 100% defense, while Hackrin is there to boost up everyone's health, and Lordrec is to deal the AoE damage through his ultimate ability. Oh yeah, I think that's the reason why I did not use the Blackhorn, because the enemy team has Carl, and Carl is able to disguise himself or mimic the heroes that I have on my team. So if I have a Blackhorn in my team, Carl will be able to become like my Blackhorn and heal his entire team. For my team, I kept Hulens because I would like to prevent Blackhorn from healing himself whenever he performs an ability. He has a special trait that allows him to heal himself whenever he performs an ability. I think by 8%, and fully ascended is 15%. So for the target priority, I targeted Blackhorn since he is able to heal his allies, as well as to apply the summon totem that could remove all debuff from all of his allies. So that's why I selected Charles to taunt Blackhorn and use the Hulens to prevent Blackhorn from healing. And basically that's it. So everyone is targeting my Hackrin now. I'm not sure why is this the case. In the previous floor, they were targeting Lordrec, but now Hackrin. Alright, so whenever Lordrec is being silenced by Carl's counter attack, he can also perform an counter attack as well, using his ultimate ability. So this is something new that I learned during this battle. Before this, I thought it's only covering the taunt, freeze, and stun. But it seems that silence, debuff, or negative effect will also apply. So it will trigger Lordrec's passive skill to perform his ultimate ability and remove that crowd control negative effect from himself. Right, the enemy Blackhorn is almost going down. Only like 5% health. Alright, Carl disguised himself again. Disguising as my Charles. So if Hackrin was my Blackhorn, right, the enemy will be able to heal the enemy's Blackhorn. Alright, the enemy Blackhorn is down. So the next hero I will target would be their Charles, since I guess they have the lowest health there. I'm not sure it's Charles or Celine. Either one. I think Celine has the lowest health here. Oh yeah, I think we should target Celine because she is able to perform the AoE attack as well as her bubble chain attack. The strange thing is that whenever Hulens apply this no positive effect. I think she is still able to apply the shield buff, is it? Alright, so Hulens already applied the no positive effect. Let's see whether she can still create that bubble buff to protect herself. It seems that she can still create a bubble. Not sure, is it a bug? So once we take down Celine, the next target priority would be Charles, I think, because whenever you attack Carl, right, you will be able to counter attack and put your heroes into silence mode. And when they're silenced, they could not use any abilities except for their basic attack. I think there's a reason why Carl is able to keep on performing this disguise rather quickly. I think the more enemy attacks, I think it will reduce his ultimate skill cooldown. Alright, the enemy Charles is down, left Carl. I think this battle will be easy, 4 heroes versus 1. Alright, the enemy Carl is down. So that's quite a long battle. Alright, let's see the battle result. Over 160,000 damage dealt by Lordrec. 115,000 damage received by Headgreen. Alright, we are on floor 74. We will encounter Earendil, Andre, Azgul, and Scarlett. This one is mostly a joint attack team because we have Earendil as well as Scarlett. And Scarlett has the Earendil has the ability to perform a joint attack whenever his allies perform a critical hit, while Scarlett will joint attack whenever her allies attack bleeding effect enemies. For Andre, he can remove any negative effect if you try to place on him, and this will increase his rage counter. And Azgul is an elite who is able to apply poison on your heroes. So as usual, the first wave is quite simple to defeat. Several hits from your heroes here. For this one, I'm showing somewhat close to a free-to-play team using Rourke, Charles, Hecrin, and another epic hero who is Lordrec. Alright, we are on wave 2. So for wave 2, I think I'll target either Scarlett or Earendil, since they are able to perform the joint attack. So I think Scarlett will be the easiest one. So we'll be taking her down first. I think I forgot to prioritize the target. So as usual, the water heroes will target the weakest element, which is the fire element here. And the enemy heroes are trying to take down my Hecrin. So if Hecrin is down, all my heroes here will not benefit from his trait ability. Fortunately, my Hecrin is quite tanky, so he will be able to survive those enemy hits and recover his health from using the revival set. Alright, the enemy team now has 3 heroes: Andre, Earendil, and Azgul. Azgul? Is it Azgul? Yeah, Azgul. Alright, we are now prioritizing on Andre. My Hecrin almost died. He has the lowest health in my team now. Alright, lucky we have some combo chop from our turtle guy there. And we managed to take down the second enemy here. Oh, Hecrin is close to death. Just in time to take down the enemies here. So next target will be to target Azgul. So Charles is quite handy here to divert the enemy attention away from Hecrin. So this one will buy him some time to recover his health. Alright, enemy team only have Earendil left. Alright, the enemy Earendil is down, and we have completed this floor. So let's check the battle result. So as usual, Lordrec will deal the most damage here, since he performed the AoE attack. Alright, we are on floor 75. We have Kane, Vance, Rodira, and Mary. So we'll use a nuke team to wipe them all off, because it's quite difficult to use a tank team against a healer, such as like Rodira, Mitasia, or Blackhorn. So for the floors that has 3 waves, it will be quite easy, since we have beam strikes to apply the attack up buff on the first wave and on the third wave. If it was a 2 wave, it will be slightly difficult to handle it. Alright, we are now on wave 2. Since we already used Windstrike's ultimate ability here, we'll just use a basic attack and use Luna Meleza to taunt the enemies. And try to reserve some enemies here, so we can use Winstrex special ability to reset Luna Meleza ultimate ability again. And finally, we have Zetlux to use his Fist of Carnage to wipe out the enemies here. I think I used the wrong skill on... Oh no, it's correct. I did not use Zetlux Fist of Carnage because I want to reset Luna Melita skill first. Alright, so this is done. Now we are on wave 3. So as usual, we'll buff up everyone with the attack up buff and speed up buff. Then followed by Luna Melissa to cast the defense down and taunt all of them. And do take note that you need to quickly wipe them, all of them together, including Mary, because once Mary takes her turn, right, she has a special trait which can remove remove one negative effect from all of her allies. So the strategy would be just to use a nuke team for this wave. So somehow they managed to survive, left Rodira and Mary. So let's take down Rodira first, because she can heal her allies. And finally, Zetlux come again with the Fist of Carnage. Unfortunately, the enemy already has a defense up, which makes it much more difficult to defeat them. Alright, let's stun Mary. Then finish off Rodira, who has the least amount of health now. Alright, we have Mary. One more enemy left. Let's cast speed down on her and use basic attack, since all of our ultimate abilities are still on cooldown. So we need to remove that block damage first, so that's why I use Winstrex basic attack. So I just use like normal attacks on Mary first. Yeah, I use basic attack again because Mary has this immune buff on herself. Just waiting for the right moment to attack Mary. Alright, now Mary does not have any buff. So let's boost up everyone and cast the defense down. And probably I'll just stun her instead. Yep, stun her. And use Rage Aura on Valeria and nuke her down again. So Mary will not be able to survive this hit. So that's floor 75 using a nuke team. Valeria, Zetlux, Luna Melissa, and Winstrex. So that's the battle results. Right, we are now on floor 76. We have Bran, Gangelo, Orakh, and Evelyn Firstdawn. Evelyn Firstdawn is quite an annoying hero because at the start of the battle, she can apply the defense up buff and attack up buff to her allies. So this makes it quite challenging to take them down, even with a nuke team. I think for this floor, it took me around about 2 tries before I was able to complete this challenge with the same team. So now I use Winstrex to cast the attack up buff and speed up buff, followed by Luna Melissa with the defense down, AoE crowd control, and I think I should use Rage Aura on Nathalia, but I use it on... yeah, I think I use the Rage Aura on Nathalia instead. So I'll just use Valeria, nuke, followed by Nathalia, because I think Nathalia will be stronger here. This is the enemies here, there is some red, like Bran as well as Orakh. Okay, now the enemy is taking the turn to counterattack. Luckily, the enemy Bran did not manage to taunt my Luna Melissa so she can maybe taunt the enemies again. So instead of resetting Luna Melissa ability, I'll reset Nathalia so she can nuke again. I'll use Luna Melissa to stun Bran so he will not apply the defense attack down. So this is the second round. I nuked them down again and took down 2 heroes. Left Evelyn Firstdawn and Gangelo. So basically I'll take down Evelyn Firstdawn first because she has the ability to provide bonus turn to her allies. So that's it on floor 76. So this is the battle report. Nathalia deal quite a high amount of damage with the second nuke, followed by Valeria. So for floor 77, we have Freya, Earendil, Thomas and Evelyn Firstdawn again. Thomas will be quite an annoying hero because each time you counter-attack his ally, whenever you attack his ally, he will counter-attack. And he has the ability to do high amount of damage. So in this floor, I would recommend you to use blue heroes to be able to deflect Thomas' attack. For this floor, I used Bran because I would like to try something new. Because Bran is able to counter attack by applying the attack down on the enemies, so they will deal lesser damage. You can use a nuke team for this floor, but I would like to try something new here. So for this team, I'll be using Corrupt Orakh as my primary damage dealer, as he is able to deal true damage at the start of every round. And for Bran, he's here to apply the attack up buff, which does not really matter in this team. Defense up buff is to reduce the damage intake from the enemy's wave. But the best part is each time the enemy attacks, he can counter attack to apply the attack down. His attack down is quite important. That's why in order for him to perform his role well, he will need to have sufficient focus, at least 70%, to apply the attack down on the enemies, so it will reduce their attack stats by 50%. So with the attack down and defense up buff, it makes it really difficult for the enemy to even make a dent into your team. So we have reached a wave 2 with the enemies here, and Bran came in on time with his buff and applied the defense down, not defense down, attack down on the enemies. And this will take a while to complete the wave, since I only have one damage dealer here. So I'll just let this battle on auto. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that Bran also able to apply a AoE shield, which further reduces the damage intake. And all of the heroes here are equipped in revival set, which makes it even difficult for the enemy team to kill my heroes. Plus with Hack-Queen trait, with additional 20% defense and 45% max health, it will be super difficult for them to take down my team. If your nuke team is not strong enough to take down the enemies, you can use this strategy. Although it's slow, but it works. If you do not have a Corrupt Orakh, you can replace him with Charles. So Charles is able to deal true damage using his ability. He has a special trait that is able to allow him to deal, I think, is it 20% or 100% of his defense stats? I can't remember which one. Otherwise, you can also use Shadowblade Marian, because Shadowblade Marian has the ability to perform a joint attack, and her attacks will also do true damage, I think, true damage. And also based on the enemy's max health, I think. So you'll be able to take down high HP heroes. So now the enemy has like 50% health for Thomas as well as Evelyn Firstdawn. And it seems that the enemy Earendil and Freya has a lot more health compared to the fire enemy heroes here. Alright, so the enemy have like 5% health left for Thomas and Evelyn Firstdawn. They're almost deaf, and now Corrupt Orakh has finally defeated them. Now remaining 2 more enemy heroes, which are Earendil and Freya. Alright, left 1 more enemy, which is Freya. Hopefully you can take her down quickly. If your tank team is strong enough, you will not need like an additional hero, healer hero in this team, such as the Blackhorn. You can replace him with another damage dealer to speed up the run. I think I will replace Blackhorn with Charles instead. Alright, so this is... floor has ended. Now defeated Freya. So let's check the battle report. As usual, Corrupt Orakh deals the most damage here. And Blackhorn deals the most healing. Alright, for floor 78, we have Marian, Santis, Ravyn, and Dulov. This one is quite an easy team to complete. You can use a nuke team or just a tank team. So for this floor, I'll just use my basic nuke team, which are Vance, Luna Melissa, Valeria, and Nathalia. We are almost closing in to the floor 79 and 80, so I would like to speed this up a bit. Floor 80 will be much more an interesting battle because floor 80 it has a Crazed Urzag, like legendary hero. So for the first wave, I'm just basically using like basic attack to reserve my ultimate ability on Minstrax. Alright, so we are now on the second wave. So I boost up everyone. And then defense down. Crowd control. I wish the developers allow us to disable these ultimate animations. Take some time to finish the run. Alright, we have Nathalia to nuke them down. I boost her up with a Rage Aura. I think my team is not strong enough to take them down. As you notice, the enemy has too much health already. And my heroes are with 4000 attack and over 200% critical damage. I think we will need to use another strategy to nuke them down. I guess I'm not strong enough for, I think, for floors above 80. Alright, we are now on floor 79. We have Nathalia, Abaddon, Serris, and Hulens. I think I just switch Valeria with Valeria instead, since they are more blue heroes in the enemy team. So as usual, this wave has two wave. So I'm thinking whether to reserve my ultimate ability for the second wave. I'm not sure whether Avera is strong enough to nuke the enemy down. So what I do is I will just buff up everyone. Reserve Luna Melissa attack. Nuke them down with Avera ultimate ability here. I think the red element hero will survive. And followed by Nathalia. So on the second wave, right, I will not have the boost up, speed up buff and attack up buff. So now I need to rely on Luna Melissa to allow us to buy some time for us to recharge our ultimate abilities, especially for Avera. I think I just use on Avera instead, since Luna Melissa ultimate ability is still available. So defense down, on everyone. I think for wave 2, right, the another strategy I would use is to use Joseph, since he has a 3-turn attack up buff, and this will benefit for this kind of wave. And what I will do is I'll tweak maybe Nathalia's speed to be above 161, so that I can go before the enemies take their turn. So the enemies here are close to death. I'll take down Nathalia first, since she has the lowest health. This one is not a perfect run. It's quite not that great. Luckily the enemies here are quite weak. Weak as in low base health. Okay, apply the speed down on Serris, since she has the highest speed in the team. So next I'll take down Serris. Then lastly Hulens. Oh wow, Hulens just nuked my horse, my pony there. Hopefully my 3 heroes can take down Hulens. Hulens is pretty strong, no? Even though he's an elite here, because the developers has buffed up his health way too much. Look at that, 38,000 health, and his attack stat is astronomical here, even for an elite hero. Right, second nuke from Avera again, not even close in taking him down. Now with Rage Aura, I'll nuke him down again with Nathalia. Alright, we have completed this floor. So Avera deals the most damage here, followed by Nathalia. And Luna Melissa takes the most damage. Now we are on floor 80. We have Crazed, Urzag, William, Andre, and Imogen. Crazed, Urzag, and Imogen is the most annoying duo in this Void Tower Heart, because they will keep on joint attacking. And the way I solve this challenge is to use a tank team, because my nuke team wasn't able to nuke them down easily, so I had to use this approach. Because their Crazed Urzag has too much health. And for this team formation, right, for floor 80, I used 2 healers, Rodira and Blackhorn. And my primary damage dealer will be Corrupt Orakh, and my supporter will be Hackgreen. The reason I have 2 healers here is I would like to remove the unhealable that was applied by Crazed Urzag. Because once your heroes have this unhealable negative effect, they will not be able to heal themselves through revival set or the heal over time buff, as well as from healing from the summon totem, as well as the direct healing from Rodira and Blackhorn. So for this strategy, right, what I'll do is I will manual the run, reserve the cleansing ability such as the summon totem and Rodira's single target cleansing only when the Crazed Urzag apply the unhealable debuff. So that's my strategy here. For the first 2 waves is quite simple. You just need to use Heckrin to charge up his ultimate ability 3 times, so your heroes have around about 45% health when they reach the wave 3. Because Crazed Urzag and Imogen joint attack will quickly reduce your hero's health. I've also checked inside the team formation from other players. They also used a tank team, but instead of Corrupt Orakh, they use Gangelo as their damage dealer to poison the enemies down, and instead of a Blackhorn, they use Mitasia because Mitasia can revive the allies. So they just use poison to take down the enemy, and luckily this floor does not have any healers, otherwise it would be much more difficult. I couldn't imagine if the Void Tower has like 1 Mitasia, Crazed Urzag, Imogen, and maybe a Blackhorn as their healer. That would be super difficult to defeat, especially for a free-to-play player. Alright, we are now on wave 3. We now encounter the William, Andre, Imogen, and Crazed Urzag. So my strategy here is to take down Imogen first because he has the ability to attack all of my allies each time he join attack. And by the time if he reach I think round 8, after round 8 rounds or 7 heavily blessings, then he can keep on stunning my heroes here. So I'll take down Imogen, and followed by Andre, William, then Crazed Urzag. Because Crazed Urzag here has the highest health. The reason why Andre is the second to be taken down is because he will likely to target Rodira, who has the least amount of health here. And I reserve my water prison just in time before Crazed Urzag perform his ultimate ability here, which deals a lot of damage. So right now Imogen has around about 50% health. We'll need around about 3 more rounds to take him down. Alright, I think I'll be applying the attack down on Crazed Urzag to reduce his damage output. The good thing about Rodira and Blackhorn is their basic attack can apply the attack down, which further reduces the attacker hero damage. There are times where Rodira would be low on health, that's why I reserve the Gaia's Renewal to heal them whenever they are like 50% health and below, to quickly replenish their health here. So during this stage, I'll use Blackhorn and Rodira basic attack to apply the attack down on Imogen and Crazed Urzag. So I'm thinking when to apply the defense up. The best time to apply the defense up from Rodira is when the enemy's ultimate ability is charged up. At this stage, right, Imogen performed what's that called? A critical hit and almost killed Rodira there. I was thinking whether to attack Imogen or attack William. Because I think William can also perform a joint attack with his allies. So I probably think just take down Imogen first. I think he ran out of this the moonlight to perform the AoE attack, I think. Alright, so I boost up everyone with a defense up to increase the survivability. And another good tip to prevent the enemy from applying the unhealable is to have your heroes with 100% resistance. I think my Corrupt Orakh has around about 110% resistance to prevent the unhealable from being applied by Crazed Urzag. I think Rodira also has 100% resistance as well. Alright, the enemy Imogen is already down. Left William, Andre, and Crazed Urzag. So the next hero I will go for would be Andre. As usual, I will just keep on putting the attack down using Rodira's basic attack and Blackhorn basic attack. As you notice, whenever Crazed Urzag tried to apply his unhealable buff using his basic attack, it was resisted by Corrupt Orakh. Somehow the enemies here are prioritizing Corrupt Orakh instead. I think it's due to the affinity bonus. So I'll just reserve the water prison before the Crazed Urzag is able to apply his ultimate. Alright, as you notice, my heroes are critically wounded. So now I'll use the water prison on Crazed Urzag now to allow my heroes to recover. And I use Taunt on Crazed Urzag to prevent him from using his ultimate ability. And they keep on attacking my Rodira here. Need to take down William as soon as possible as well. And finally, I think we can take down Andre since he has the least amount of health here. Alright, 2 more enemies to go, William and Crazed Urzag. Luckily, the enemy William did not attack Rodira. From this battle onwards, it'll be quite easy since there's only one damage dealer from the enemy team. And we are almost looking down William. He has only like 5% health. And Crazed Urzag wasn't able to deal much damage to my Corrupt Orakh. Corrupt Orakh deals so little damage on his special ability. Can't even kill William. Alright, so now left the boss. The boss has around about 61% health. I just manual this in case something went wrong during the auto battle. Alright, Crazed Urzag is slain by my Corrupt Orakh. So that's how I cleared floor 80. Probably you have a faster way than mine to complete this stage easily with your Nuke team. In the meantime, I also completed my Void Tower hard quest inside the foodie quest. And these are the battle report. This battle lasts until 32 rounds. So let me collect the rewards for floor 80. So we will get 1 advanced summoning shard, 180 diamonds, and 2 star hoodie. So let's check the tower report, see what other players are using to clear this floor. So mostly they are using a nuke team with Sierra. But for players who have not obtained Sierra from this Void Tower reward, it will be quite difficult. There are some players who also use a tank team like Mitasia, and they also uses Imogen and Crazed Urzag here as well. Mitasia, Brand the Brilliant, Akrin, Brand, Evera, Gangelo, and Santis. Wow, that's something new. I wonder how they put their Santis quite tanky. Alright, so I've already completed my Void Tower Heart foodie quest. Let me collect the rewards. There's only 1 advanced summoning shot here. Hopefully they will increase the rewards, because the rewards does not match with the challenge that they place here. So I think it's only 40 foodie quests that needs to be done. I'm quite close to completing the foodie quest. And before I end this video, let me show you the stats of my tank team. So for the first hero I have here is Blackhorn. Here are his total stats. The stats to focus on him will be health and defense. And it would be nice to have some focus to apply the attack down and some resistance to resist the negative effects. He is equipped in a revival set to restore his health each time he takes a turn. And this is a stat of the weapon, helmet, chestplate, health boots, defense ring, and a health necklace. His glyphs and abilities are all maxed out here. The next hero I have on my team will be Akrin. Here are his total stats: 19,000 health, almost 3,000 defense, some focus and resistance. Focus is useful for him to apply the taunt. He is equipped in Terra set and Revival set to heal himself and provide additional health. So this is the weapon stats: helmet, the chest plate, speed boots because I use him for Queen of Tides, defense ring, and a health necklace. The glyphs and abilities are all maxed out as well. The third hero I have on my team will be Rodira. Here are her total stats: 19,000 health, 1,500 defense, 100% focus to apply the attack down, and 94% resistance. Here are her gears. She's in a mix set and a revival set. So this is the weapon stats: the helmet, chest plate, health boots, health ring, and a health necklace. And her glyphs and abilities are all maxed out as well. And this is the fourth hero in my team, the Corrupt Orakh. Here are his total stats. He has close to 26,000 health, 2,000 defense, 67% focus, and over 100% resistance. The most important one would be resistance. Focus is a bonus to apply the silence. He's equipped in a revival set as well, and a mixed set of Terra and Curse. So this is the weapon stats. It's quite awful, but he has 3 rerolls on health. This is the helmet. This is a chest plate. And this is the health boots. This is the health ring. And finally, we have the health necklace. His glyphs and abilities are all maxed up as well. And this is the honorable mention of Lordrec. This is how I built him. He has close to 20,000 health, 1,200 defense, 34% focus, and 35% resistance. He's geared in Terra set and Revival set. So this is the weapon stats. It's quite awful, but 3 rolls on the weapon health. This is the chest plate. This is the health boots, critical red ring to deal some damage, and health necklace. If your Lordrec unable to survive the heat, I would recommend you to use a health ring instead. I hope this video helps you in one way or another. Kindly comment below this video if you have any queries that you would like me to clarify. If you have any feedbacks or suggestions to help me improve the video quality, please post them in the comment section so I can make the necessary changes in my future videos. If you like my work and would like to support me, you can do so by heading over to my Patreon channel at patreon.com/Ayumilove to become a patron there. Apart from that, you can visit my website at ayumilove.net for more Awaken Chaos Era guides, which are in written format in case you would like to get more details. Thanks for watching and take care. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!